Okay, I think it is working.
Okay.
So we will start on Vivekachudamani. So we were on verse 8, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So verse 9, you can put your microphone on this one.
Mute.
Mute.
Yeah. I think we should start from 8.
You start from 8. Okay, fine then. I'll start from 8. And whenever you want to ask question, you can unmute it.
Sure. Sure, Ulas. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So अतः विमुक्त्यै प्रयतीत विद्वान् संन्यस्त बाह्यार्थ सुखस्पृहः सन् सन्तं महान्तं समुपेत्य देशिकं तेन उपदिष्टार्थ समाहित आत्मा. So अतः विमुक्त्यै प्रयातीत विद्वान्. Vidwan. Vid means knower, one who is knowing. Vidwan means one who is extensively knowing it or learning it. Prayatita, one who is striving. Ataha, therefore. Vimuktyai, vimukti. Mukti is liberation. Vimukti is complete liberation without a trace. Vimuktyai is one who is striving for complete liberation. What should he do? Sannyasta bahyartha sukhasprihah san. Sannyasa is san plus ayasah is sannyasa. Now, what is sun? Sun means with an intention to have raga, dvesha, and moha. Sannyasa is one who is willing to give up. Bahya is outside, artha means value. Valuing that which is coming from outside. What is coming from outside? It is sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Sukhasprihah san. Attaching that, again there is san, raga, dvesha, moha, with the internal organs of chakshu, shrota, grana, then you have jivha and twak. What it means is the eye and then ears, nose, tongue, and skin. So these two get attached. So what he's saying is you should not. One who should really consider this. Santam Mahantam. Sa Anta is Santa. One who has ended the self view is Santa. Mahantam. Maha plus Antam. Mahantam. Maha means one who has understood the complete path of ending the samsara. Samupetya deshikam. He should approach. That means samupetya, approaching. Deshikam. That is to that place to find that master. Tena upadishtartha samahita atma. Tena upadishta, to whom that teaching, upadishtartha, one whose teaching is valuable, samahita atma, Samahita. Sama plus hita. Hita means goodness. Sama means equal. So one who can give goodness to all. Atma. That person one has to find. That is, first, he should have an interest to find what is Vimukti. Then he should have an ability to understand sannyasa, which is cutting up from the sense objects with the senses. Then he should go to a person who has found the peace. Santa is also peace because he has given up the idea of self. And he is Mahanta because now you can see in his eyes. Now he has found how this person has walked on the path. Samupetya Deshikam. That is, now he can approach and learn and get into the teaching. What would happen if somebody were to go and do like that? So this is the verse number 9. Uddhared atmana atmanam magnam samsara varidhau yogarudatvam asadhya samyak darshana nishtaya. Uddharet atmana atmanam. Uddhara means bringing goodness to oneself or lifting oneself. Atmana, himself. Atmanam, through his own effort. One should do it by his own effort, not trying to get it from somebody. Magnam, where magna means lost in. Samsara varidhau. Samsara varidhau. Samsara is the running around or going in circle. Varidha is sea. Varidhau is one who is running inside the sea or deluded with the sea, that he doesn't know he's in the sea. So magnam means being lost, which is drowning. Yoga rudatvam asadhya. He should get into the state of yoga rudha. What is yoga rudha? A person who is developing total dispassion, or rather getting into disenchantment to this world, consisting of 5 objects and 5 senses. To that samyak darshana nishtaya. Nishtha means establishing. Samyak darshana is he can see correct or right, discriminating power. Any questions on 8 and 9, or shall I go to the 10th?
We can move on to the 10th.
Okay. So, sannyasya sarva karmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yatam panditaihi dhiraihi atma abhyasa upastitaha. Sannyasya sarva karmani. Now, there are 2 ways of doing it. One, do the karma with expectation. One, do the karma without expectation. If one does the karma without expectation, he is doing sannyasa in his karma. Bhavabandha vimuktaye. What for is he doing? He is doing it for liberation from bondage of birth and death. Bhava means to become, and to become something, you should be born. And if you are born, you are going to die. Yat yatam panditaihi dhiraihi. May the wise and the learned man, panditaihi, put forth that effort. Yat yatanam, yat yata, yat yatatam. Dhiraihi is bold. Dhira is boldness. So let him put his bold and effort to what? Atma abhyasa upastithaihi, in the practice of remaining firmly in the self. Okay, so this is called as Atma Abhyasa. That is trying to get into what one person is. That is, number one, understanding the body is not himself, understanding the mind is also not himself, understanding the Atma, which he says as I, the subtlest of the body, which is called as Karna Sharira, is also not himself, and beyond that is Atman. So he gets established, or he tries to get established in that state where nothingness is there. There's nothing to be holding on to. So that is how the sannyasa is to be taken. It means that becoming completely dispassionate of everything. Then only a person can go into that state. So now we are in verse number 11, which talks about Karma Yoga. What does it bring? It brings in purity. Chittasya shuddhaye karma.
Sorry to break you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a quick small doubt on the verse 10.
Yeah.
So when it is mentioned as sannyasa, so does it relate to the sannyasa ashrama, or is it like even if a person is in grihasthasrama, can also strive towards whatever has been indicated, which means he has to get rid of this bhavabandha as indicated, or does it specifically mention about sannyasa as in the sannyasa ashrama?
No, it doesn't talk about sannyasa ashrama. Actually, sannyasa is a mental effort. It is not even physical. We don't have to put in robes and take a bowl and then go into forest and sit. It is whatever we are doing. If we are getting dispassionate of everything, then you are in sannyasa. So it can be right now.
Yeah, clear.
So what is karma? So let me give you a very brief analogy of, since you have two children and wife, and I have one son and a wife. Is cutting wife and children sannyasa? No, that's not sannyasa.
Okay.
Now what I am supposed to do then? Go detailed into a concept of what is wife and what is children. And if I were to cut that bondage and treat them as human beings rather than any relationship per se, then I am in sannyasa, because there is no passion. You are doing it out of compassion, not doing out of passion. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear.
So that means we still can have our parents and elders and wife and children, home, office, everything is there. But we are working with dispassion. So the only karma is done for the sake of karma, not done karma with an intent.
Okay. Okay. Clear.
So now he says, what is the verse number 11? So whatever we discussed here, there is a continuation to that. Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu उपलब्धये वस्तु सिद्धिः विचारेण न किंचित कर्म कोटिभिः. चित्तस्य शुद्धये कर्म. Do the karma for chitta shuddhi. Chitta means thoughts, or even actually deeper it is consciousness. Chitta is also part of consciousness, or it can be atma shuddhi also. So karma has to be done with an intent of pure mind. That's a better way to put it. Natu vastu upalabdhaye. But this do not lend to the attainment of that reality, what you are searching for. It will help you, but not in real sense. Vastu siddhihi vicharena. That is vastu. That vastu, what you are searching is reality. That reality means truth. What you are searching will only happen through vicharena. Na kinchit karma kotibihi. Not by doing crores of actions. That means I first have bad actions. So what I'm doing is I'm purifying those actions is very good. You will get good actions now. But just by doing good actions, you will not be able to see the reality. So what he says is that even if you do crores of good action, you will not be able to find the self, because this chitta shuddhi, whatever you are doing, will only give you good result, but it will not eliminate you from the result at all. So karma yoga will bring in purity for sure, but you have to go beyond that. That's what he is trying to say. So 12th verse, samyag vicharatah siddha rajut rajutatva avadharana भ्रांति उदित महासर्प भय दुख विनाशिनी सम्यग विचारतः सिद्ध. Samyag, again sama means equipoise, equanimous. Vicharatah, thinking. Siddha, you can attain. That is, one should have, or one should develop steady and balanced thinking. Rajut tattva avadharana. Avadharana, dharana is to wear. Avadharana is what is ascertained. So the ascertain of truth of the rope by which Bhranti Udita Mahasarpa, the delusion created in saying that it is Mahasarpa, a venomous snake. Bhaya Dukkha Vinashini. Bhaya is fear, Dukkha is sorrow, Dukkha is suffering. The suffering what you are undergoing, the anxiety you are undergoing when you see a rope and you mistake it to be a snake, that will only happen once you know what it is. Vinashini, that is, that gets destroyed. Which one? The fear and suffering of anxiety gets destroyed. So you need to see the world is an illusion made out of this Mahasarpa. Now we can see it in action. This, whatever the disease called COVID-19, which is there, has been so much implanted in the people's mind as fear, that if you see, most of the hospitals today are closed for other kind of diseases. Does that mean people will not have cholera or typhoid or malaria or any other these diseases? Only sense was for this disease what is there. So this is how the world works. The world will make a rope to be a snake, and you should make it the snake to be a rope. Then your mind is at peace. So what he should do? In the verse number 13, he says, Arthasya nishchayah drishtah vicharena hita uktitah ya na snanena na danena pranayama shatena va. Arthasya nishchayah Drishta. Drishta. Drishta means seeing. Nishchayah. Nishchaya means determination. Arthasya, what is making sense. So that means the conviction, with the conviction of seeing the reality, vicharena hita uktitah, by inquiry alone, it is going to become wise. Na snanena, not by taking sacred bath in different rivers. Na danena, not by any amount of charity or donating to this fund and that fund. Pranayama shatenava, not even by hundreds and different types of pranayama. So all of this will not lead to liberation. They lead only to bondage, to a better bondage. So an example I always think when I do this contemplation is I'm a prisoner. So by doing punya, I am going into a better prison, but I am still a prisoner. What does the prisoner do? Have to have food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, have to have a decent place for bathing, so have to have a decent place for spending time, have to have a decent place for sleeping, then should have good amount of wealth for spending. So this is what the prison I have got. If I do punya phala, I'll get a better prison where I don't even have to work. Somebody will work and give it to me. And if I were to even have much more, what I can say, much more punya or the good deeds, and then I might be born in a deva realm of existence where is again a prison. So where all my punya will be exhausted. So that's what it is going to be. So that means by doing any one of these actions, like snana, that is taking bath in different rivers, dana, it is about giving lot of donations, pranayama shatenava, that is even if I do hundreds of different types of pranayama, I will not get anything because I have still not done sannyasa. Without sannyasa, this is not going to work. So the snake is going to bite me all the time, irrespective of whether I am doing good deeds or bad deeds. So we'll go to the verse number 14. Adhikarinam आशास्ते फलसिद्धिः विशेषतः उपायादेशकालाद्याः सन्त्यास्मिन् सहकारिणः. Adhikarinam ashaste. Asha is hope. Ashaste, just having the hope. Adhikarinam, adhikara means ownership. So if one should have a qualification to own something. Phalasiddhihi visheshataha, the ultimate success of all spiritual endeavors. Vishesha is exclusivity. Visheshataha means whatever he wanted to achieve. Phalasiddhi is the fruits, getting what it should get. Upaya deshakaladhyah, other means such as place, time, etc. Adi. Santyasmin sahakarinaha, they have their own role, but they are just secondary. That means person should not wait for a place, time to get into liberation path. So some people have an attitude to blame the teacher, some people have the attitude to blame the ashram to which they wanted to join, or say that they didn't get any good teacher or any good ashram, or they are too busy in their lives. So one's own sadhana is the qualification of the student. So we need to do everything possible to get into that path. Don't rely on anything or anyone, because success and failure is part of that person. So that means everything else of place, time, getting into a satsanga, all that is secondary. The student have to have full faith in his path, whatever he is taking, and he cannot blame one thing or the other thing, and he cannot make anyone a scapegoat saying that because of him I could not do, or because of that it didn't work, because each one have to undergo this pain on their own, because it is result of his or own deeds of the past. So is guru required? Yes. Should I wait for the guru? No. Can I be a self guru to myself? Yes. How do I become a self guru? Read the scriptures. But I don't have ability to read the scripture. Start reading. You will come to know. Okay, how do I experience? Try it out. Now, how do I know that what I'm trying is right or wrong? You will fail, but then you will learn. It will take time. The only difference here is that it might take more time. If you get a good guru, then it might not take that much of time. Shall we continue further?
Yeah, sure. We'll take one more verse.
Okay. So now we have inquiry and correct guidance. So atah vicharatah kartavyah jignaso atma vastunah samsa समासाध्य दया सिंधुम gurum brahma viduttamam. So now he talks about the guru. Atah vicharatah kartavyah. Therefore, vicharatah, thinking, kartavyah, the work to be done. So one has to do the self inquiry on his own. Jignaso atma vastunaha. Jignasa is person who is inquirer, or who is seeking, or who is trying to find what is this all about. Atma vastunaha. What is this atma all about, or what is the reality of self is all about. Samasadhya, that is, he searches for the appropriate guru. Daya sindhum, one who is ocean of kindness. So sama sadhya. Sadhya means to make it happen. He'll start searching. Gurum Brahma Viduttamam. One who has experienced the Brahman, he will find him. So what he will do? He will find for the appropriate person who is qualified to teach him. So he will have to find out ways and means to finding his right guru. So I will cover the 16th one also. That completes one set of it. Medhavi Purusho Vidwan Uhapuha Vichakshanah Adhikari Atma Vidyayam Ukta Lakshana Lakshitaha. Medhavi Purusho Vidwan, the person, how he would be, a man who has a retentive memory and is learned. Uha puha vichakshanaha. Uha is assumption. Poha means delusion, deluding kind of person. So uha poha vichakshanaha. He is able to clear through his argumentative power on assumption and presumptions. Adhikari Atma Vidyayam. that person is a fit person for knowing the knowledge of the self. Ukta lakshana lakshitaha. For that, he has the above mentioned qualification. That is, he knows what is Brahman, he has experienced what is Brahman. Now he can teach the student how to experience Brahman. That will help him to get into Brahmacharya. Now he gets into Brahmacharya. So it's called as Dvija. Once born in the mother's womb, now born as a Brahman, because now he is going to find the reality. And once he finds the reality, he is called as Brahman. No, sorry. Once he finds the reality, he is called as Brahma. Sorry, Brahmana, because he has experienced the Brahman. Okay. Now he is qualified to call himself as a Brahmana, and he remains as a Brahmachari. Brahmachari means one who is practicing the what should be practiced in order to be on the path of Brahman. So he is Brahmachari. Share any questions on till the 16th?
No, no, Vilas. It's clear. So only thing is 16 verse says that the whoever is seeking the knowledge of Atma Vidya or for this particular thing to understand, it says he should be Medhavi. Medhavi means who has who can. What is actually meant by Medhavi? Is it like who
No.
can? Yeah.
Medha means one who has a sharp intellect.
Okay, so intellect factor also is needed to seek this knowledge. Is
Yes.
that what it means?
Yes.
Okay.
But actually, it is this way. A person has a very, very sharp retention power. Meaning he knows the scriptures in and out. That is what it means as Medhavi.
Okay.
So Medhavi Purusho Vidwan, that person who is going for Vidya should be one who has a good retentive power.
Okay.
So that
what exactly means by a vichakshana?
Chakshu is eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
Vichakshana means he can see through his eyes what is assumption and what is presumption.
Okay.
Because it has uha poha vichakshanaha.
Okay. Clear. Yeah, that's right. No more doubts, sir. Clear.
Okay, so shall we end or shall we take further?
We can break now. I think we can take a pause here.
Okay, good then. So then we will meet tomorrow at the same time.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Bye.